1 month to remember. A love. Rekindled. One quiet evening, as the sun disappeared beyond the horizon, I found myself sitting across from my husband at the dinner table. The air was thick with unspoken words. I took a deep breath, reached for his hand, then hesitated before finally saying, "We need to talk." He looked at me, his eyes filled with both curiosity and apprehension. "I think we should separate," I said softly, my voice trembling. His face froze, but he didn't react with anger. He simply asked in a low voice, "Why?" I struggled to explain. The truth was I felt disconnected, invisible, misunderstood, but the words didn't come out the way I wanted. He stayed silent, his expression a mix of confusion and pain. That night, we hardly spoke. He retreated to the couch while I lay in our room, staring at the ceiling, wondering how we had gotten to this point. The next morning, I handed him a draft of our separation agreement. I offered him the house, the car, and a fair share of our savings. He glanced at it before pushing it away. "I don't want any of this," he said, his voice broken. "I just want to understand what happened." I had no clear answer. My heart had drifted, not toward someone else, but toward a feeling of loneliness and resentment. I felt guilty, yet determined to move on. When he finally broke down, I felt a strange sense of relief, as if my decision had been validated. The next evening, coming home late, I found him sitting at the kitchen table, writing something. I ignored him and went straight to bed, exhausted by the emotional storm. The following morning, he handed me a piece of paper. It wasn't a counter-proposal to the separation agreement, but a request. He asked for 1 month before making anything official. His reason was simple. Our daughter had an important dance recital coming up, and he didn't want her focus disrupted by the news of our separation. I agreed, not fully understanding why it mattered so much to him. He also asked me to join him every evening after dinner for a walk, like we used to do at the beginning of our marriage. It seemed like an odd and insignificant request, but I agreed, hoping it would ease the transition. When I told my best friend, she laughed. "He's just trying to buy time," she said. "Don't let him manipulate you." But I decided to go along, curious to see where it would lead. The first walk was awkward. We barely spoke, and the silence between us was heavy. But over the days, something began to shift. We started talking again, not about the separation, but about small things. The weather, our daughter's recital, the book he was reading. Gradually, the tension began to ease. By the end of the first week, I found myself looking forward to those walks. I noticed details I hadn't seen in years. His smile when he talked about his favorite book, the way he always held the door for me, the fact that he still remembered the little things that made me happy. One evening, as we walked, he took my hand. I hesitated, but didn't pull away. It was familiar, comforting. "I missed this," he whispered. I didn't respond, but deep down, I knew I had missed it too. Over the course of the month, these walks became a ritual. We laughed, we talked, and for the first time in a long while, I felt seen. I realized that the distance between us wasn't due to a lack of love, but a lack of attention. We had stopped appreciating the little things that had once brought us together. On the last day of the month, we walked in silence. As we reached our doorstep, he turned to me and said, "I don't want us to separate." His voice was calm, but his eyes betrayed his vulnerability. I looked at him, my heart pounding. "Why now?" "Because I realized I took you for granted," he replied, "and I don't want to lose you over something I could have fixed." Tears welled up in my eyes as I recognized I had been guilty of the same thing. We had let the whirlwind of daily life eclipse the love we once shared. That night, we stayed on the porch, hand in hand, talking until the early hours. We didn't have all the answers, but one thing was certain. We wanted to try again. It's the little things in everyday life that build the strength of a couple. Not grand declarations or material possessions, but daily acts of love, shared moments, and the willingness to see and cherish each other. Take time to be your partner's friend. Cherish the small things that nourish intimacy. Be truly happy in your marriage. If you don't share this story, nothing will happen. But if you do, you might just save a marriage. Many failures in life happen because people don't realize how close they were to success when they gave up.